Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're back. Weather's getting a bit better, so we're going to go camping. I haven't really seen much of this place, just had a quick look on HipCamp. I'll be running some photos and that others have taken. It seems to be pretty, bare, basically. Hopefully there's a little bit to do, but at least main thing is there's a river there. You can take heck swimming, so let's cut to location. Alright, so making our way down, decided we were going to stop and have a little bit of a break. I was going to stop at McDonald's in Yass, the main big servo one there. It was absolutely packed. I was like, I can't really be bothered dealing with that at the moment. So we pretty much kept going. We're actually at the turn-off of where we went on our last camping trip. Put a link up the top there. So I've pretty much gone about an hour and a half out of Canberra. So still got another about 2.5, maybe 3 hours left. And she didn't want to have a bar of having a drink or going to the toilet or anything. So it looks like we're waiting for another couple of hours. Let's get going. Just like that, with the magic of editing, we've made it. This is going to be the view from the sliding door. Oh, having a nice little kind of an easing down. It's very muddy though. There might be stuff further down, but it looks real nice. And she's already going down into the water. You idiot. Turns out I know how to pick the weekends. Currently getting a little bit windy, as you can probably see by the curtains flickering. And yeah, it looks like we've got some rain coming in, so Oi! Hex! Come here. So yeah. Alright, so we're in shambles already. Yeah, weather's a bit at the moment. Just had a nice gust of wind that almost took the bloody awning away, so I've decided to pack that away, at least for today. Hopefully it gets better, but we're kind of in the bottom of a gully, so I don't know if it will get better. Other than the wind and the weather, it's actually really nice here. Water seems to be relatively clean. Put my hand in there before. Not too bad, like not too cold, not too warm. The ground's a little bit rough, like divots and all that stuff, but what can you really expect? You're basically on farm property, so other than that, we might see if we can get the barbecue going, or I do have backup, which I probably will just do for lunch, a couple of ham and cheese sandwiches, and then yeah, we'll see how things are looking tonight. Alright, so weather has kind of gone to shit, as you can see. Overcast and a little bit chilly. I had to put my bloody jumper on, so pretty much going for a walk, taking the camera, see if there's any birds, take photos of, pretty much just see what's around here, seeing as not much else to do. Bloody no service whatsoever, so that's a turn off for you guys. Wouldn't recommend it, but I'm sure clear open skies here, so if you are a Starlink user, you could probably just use that. Might actually be good because I brought my laptop with me, so I could probably do some editing when it gets dark, but we'll just have to see how that pans out. Alright, so we had to cut our little walk slash photography attempt short because someone, maybe or maybe not a certain red healer, decided that she was going to roll in fresh cow shit. And I mean, like, I'm pretty sure I saw the cow walking off. So she got covered in cow shit, and yeah, she got to have a very cold bath in the river. So it is now basically an episode of Reap What You Sow. She got absolutely drenched because I wasn't being nice about cleaning it all off, and yeah, we unfortunately don't have any towels, so she gets to dry the slow way. Fun and games. Alright, so getting to the later part of the day. As you can see, things are starting to, yeah, sun's going down, things are getting cooler. It's been pretty miserable all day. I don't know if the mic is going to pick up the wind because I just got a little Rode wireless mic. We're going to get dinner sorted, and as per Mudcrab's request, we're going to do some burgers. So very basic burgers, like very meat lovers kind of burger. I did forget onion, also forgot butter. I'll show you the ingredients we've got. Very basic, we're just reusing, well, not reusing, using the leftover bacon from that. Got to have cheese, of course. Got these quarter pounder beef burgers. I'm obviously not going to go through all 4 of them. Probably get 2 of them. Smash them down a little bit depending on how thick they are. Chuck them on 1 burger. And a couple of eggs. So we'll see how we go. I honestly think I'm probably going to be heading home tomorrow. Like, it's just been too cold and, like, yeah, too average to really make the most of it, essentially. Like, don't get me wrong, really nice place, but just when it's been like, yeah, raining on and off, windy as shit, and a bit cold, still not too bad to just get away, get out of Canberra. So let's get into cooking. Alright, so how do you like the Chef Huey style setup with the view in the background? Red Dog being obsessed with a ball. Oh, I just smacked you right in the face, you idiot. So yeah, I'm also going to be trying to use my actual camera to get some like close-up shots and all that. So I've got this one here, and then I can kind of cut in between the two, see if it works. Now I've let this heat up a little bit, so I think we should be right to... Looking at these, I don't think I'll need to smash them down. There's some that you can get, like obviously it'll be better if you just do it yourself instead of just buying pre-made ones from the supermarket. But there are some that you can get that are basically like, yeah, really thick. Just smash them down and they actually turn out pretty good. Okay, so we've got clear skies, but I swear I just felt a raindrop. Alright. Hefty bit of salt. This already has pepper in it, so I'm probably not going to worry about putting the pepper on, but let's chuck this on. Alright, so I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to kind of treat these like steaks, where I'm going to leave this open, because if I close this, it basically creates like a little bit of a mini oven, essentially, so it'll cook the meat quicker than if you wanted a really nice char on that side. So if you're doing steaks, I'd leave it open, and then that way you can get real nice char on it without it being cooked all the way through, unless you like your steak well done. Each to their own, but yeah, we'll cook these for a little bit and jump back when we're ready to move them around. Alright, so little quick tip, if you like your char lines on your meat or whatever, have it on for about say minute and a half, especially if you've heated up, well, you've got to heat up your barbecue plate if you want to do this, or your grill, and then pick it up, turn it 45 degrees, and then that way you'll get that like cross checker line, where like, yeah, if you just leave it, you only get the one set of lines on it, essentially. I've also got this other pan heating up, getting ready, because bacon I'll probably do on here, 6 in one, half a dozen in the other, either bacon and the eggs in here, or the bacon on here and then just the eggs in here. I think I'll probably do bacon and eggs in this, just because it takes up so much room, but we'll jump into that when we're getting to it. Alright, so I flipped over the burgers, I've chucked the bacon in. Bacon's going to take a little bit, so pretty much the last thing you want to be doing if you're doing these kinds of burgers is the eggs. They take the least amount of time to cook. Alright, eggs are now going in. I feel like just mainly because of the pan, things are going to be a little bit slower, so probably could have put this on all at the same time, but it is what it is. And I think just because of the size of the patties and everything that I've got cooking, probably going to go with 2 separate, like smaller burgers. Although, yeah, if you're not fat like me, you can probably get away with just one, but yeah, it is what it is. I think what I might do, I've moved these burger patties kind of off to the side, hopefully going to be a little bit of a cooler area. Turn that and close that up. Just because, like, yeah, I got the original sear on the burgers, so I'm happy with that. And then, yeah, this will just help cook the eggs and the bacon a little bit quicker, rather than having the patties way overcooked and then the bacon and eggs only just cooked. Alright, so we're going to do a little bit of an audible on the play here. Yeah, it's just taking so long for might get a few flare ups though. Just taking so long for the pan to actually heat up. Like, eggs are cooking fine, it's just the bacon is taking a little bit longer than I would like. So, pretty much moving the bacon over to the direct heat, so it's not worrying about the pan. Hopefully, like, yeah, a little bit of flare-ups, but because that's now in there and I'm about to cover it up again, this is where you chuck your cheese on. Slice of cheese each one and cheese tacks. If you know, every time you deal with cheese, you've got to pay the cheese tax. And a quick one for, there you go, that's starting to crisp up so much quicker. Quick one for those that are playing along. 10th of the 10th, Hex's birthday, so drop a happy birthday, Hex. Alright, let's get these all sorted and then we can play around and get these buns toasted. Alright, so things are cooking along quite nicely. So we're going to take all this stuff off. Put that on there. If you heard that, people driving past, no worries, see you later. Alright, we'll get these toasted and then come back when we're ready to plate up. Alright, we're looking pretty darn good. So let's sit these over here out of the way. See if we will use them ones. But let's plate this boy up. Bit of bacon on the bottom. And we'll chuck our egg on top of that. Hit it with a bit of tomato sauce. And then a patty. Alright, and there you go. Basic, unhealthy meat burger. Plus cheese. Well, isn't it? Not bad. Alright, I'm going to eat this and I shall talk to you guys a little bit later on. Alright, not much else happened this afternoon. Yeah, weather was a bit average and yeah, just by the time we actually got here, yeah, it was a little bit late in the day. So considering now the sun's gone down and it's only like 6:30, 7 o'clock or whatever it is, I think I'm going to do a little bit of editing on my laptop and then yeah, probably call it a night. So join us for breakfast tomorrow. Alright, so I managed to pick terrible weekends. Don't know if you can really see, but in behind me, rain's coming in. It's currently starting to get a little bit heavier, so I managed to have a coffee, do a little bit of a time-lapse video. You can see all behind me, just all the rain and crap. Yeah, I'm hoping things are going to get a little bit better, or else might be calling this one a little bit early. So looks like until this rain settles down, we might do some video editing, because truth be told, I didn't end up doing any last night. Pretty much got into bed, crashed out and slept. So yeah, nice inside day when you're camping. Nice. Alright, so we've had a bit of break in average weather. The sun is actually trying to come through. I think it might be time to chuck on some bacon and eggs and just do a couple of bacon and egg rolls for a late breakfast, early lunch kind of deal. Brunch, as some people would probably call it, I think. But yeah, pretty much just using the Weber with a little Weber hot plate that comes with it. Well, no, it doesn't come with it. It's an additional extra, but yeah, just cook that up a little bit, and then yeah, we'll jump back when we're about to chuck the eggs on, I think. And surprise, surprise, it's starting to spit again. Shit. Alright, we're starting to get some nice colour on the bacon, so time to crack in a couple of eggs. And then we'll hit these with a little bit of salt and pepper. Alright, so these eggs are looking pretty good. Going to cut them free from the egg rings and then give them a flip. Oh, and I've just broken the yolk. You dog. Not you, Hex. That one was relatively smooth flick. Alright. So now that the bacon's looking pretty good, we might start trying to toast some of these. Going to take a little bit, but then as you can see, got some extra tasty cheese. Got 3 slices here because if you know, you know. Cheese tax. Hope this is in the video because yeah, absolutely loves cheese. It's probably the one thing that'd get her to stop chasing a ball, to be honest. And we're done. And she's back to a ball. I think I might need to try and juggle some stuff here. Get the bacon off, get the eggs off, and we can probably just chuck the bread rolls. Actually, I think I've got the little handle somewhere. So we've got this here, so we can literally hook that on, chuck that directly on top. Alright, cover that up for a little bit, and then we'll jump back when we're getting ready to assemble. Alright, so that is beautiful. Probably at the stage now that we can just pick the bacon up, chuck it on, chuck cheese on top of that layer. Then egg on top of that. And top bun. Sorted. Alright, and so hopefully I managed to get some other little footage of kind of like B-roll type stuff of the bacon and the eggs and all that. Might even see if I can do a little thing like this as well. And yeah, that's breakfast sorted. Alright, so I decided to pretty much wrap it up a day early. I did book it for tonight as well, but weather's just been too average, basically. Like, don't get me wrong, really nice spot. It's just the combination of wind, rain and cold. If you had a chance, definitely look up the weather before you book it. But that's on me. That's what happens when you book things out 2 or 3 weeks in advance or whatever it was. But yeah, either way, the link for the hip camp will be in the description if you can. I reckon in summer it'll be great. The river does not seem very deep at all, so it'll be good for having kids around. Like, it looked like there's some bits maybe up to my knees kind of thing. But yeah, just watch out for all the wombat holes and unlevel ground. I've almost gone ass up a couple of times. Hex has gone ass up a couple of times. But yeah, other than that, nice and secluded. I'd say maybe try out a new ranking system. Serenity, I'll probably give it a 7.5, 8 out of 10. Like, you do have, like, yeah, it is a working cattle farm, so people will be going past on bikes and quads, etc. You can tell when it's feeding time because the cows just go absolutely nuts. Connectivity, like how much you get reception and all that out here. 1. You basically don't get reception except for the tiny bit where you get like not even a bar of 4G, just enough that like you get notifications and all that stuff, but then like you can't look at them, can't reply to them, you can't do anything with it. You won't even load the weather app or anything like that. It's just enough to get the signal, and that's about it. The travel, I reckon the way that I went down 4 Mile Lane, it was a backwards ass way that Google Maps took me, but I reckon that was probably 8.5, 9 out of 10. Like, there was a little bit of dirt road and all that stuff, but it was beautiful, which you probably saw in the compilation at the beginning of the video. Other than that, like, yeah, 2-wheel drive cars, especially going that way. I think the other way would probably be easier, but 2-wheel drive, no problems whatsoever. Like, even though there are like heaps of like rises and gullies and all that stuff in the camping area, you can usually see where they are, and they've got like star pickets pointing out big like drops, so you can kind of work around, like see where you want to park your car, etc, etc. Recreation, I'm gonna say maybe a 6. If it's warm and sunny, like, yeah, swimming would be great. I don't know if there's any, I swear I heard something in the water, but I don't know if that was a fish or whether something was just dropping. There's a little bit to walk around and have a look at, but I didn't want to go too far just because, yeah, I didn't really know what you could do, what you couldn't do, because a little bit further down one way, big gate saying private property, obviously the neighbours fence and all that stuff. But there is a big open area, so if you've got friends there, like, yeah, it's a lot flatter over that way. Set up cricket, whatever you wanted to do over there, really. But yeah, so I think that's pretty much it for this trip. Anyway, hope you guys have enjoyed, and hopefully I'll see you for the next one. Cheers. Alright, and this is just a little extra bit that I'm adding in for people that watch all the way through. First person to comment on why the photography walk got shut down early, get a free mug that I'll put some of my photography on, and that'll get sent to you. So you know what to do.